Hey you guys, welcome back to my obsession. This is Stella, and today I am going to show you 10 knives that I consider an easy carry. Let's start with a CJRB with the Milea, and as you see, let's get you there we go. So as you can see, you can fit this little guy in your hand pretty easily. You get a 3-finger grip on it. It weighs next to nothing, and it's just very small, compact, easy to carry. And I would recommend this if you need an everyday carry for that's something that doesn't come across scary. This is a great little knife because you can flick this out all day long and nobody's going to be afraid of that little thing. I mean, it's just not going to happen. It's not a scary knife. All right, here is the Prolix. Sorry. Okay, so here's the Prolix by Ferrum Forge. Again, you have a nice compact size. It's not a very intimidating knife, and it actually has a Warncliffe type of blade similar to the Milea, but I don't that's not it doesn't have to have a Warncliffe for me to consider it an easy carry. It's just basically the size and weight factor in most cases, and it also has a lot to do with the intimidation factor. This has 0 intimidation factor, maybe about the same amount as the Milea, maybe a little more than the Milea, but yeah, that's not the most important thing. The importance of this knife video is to tell you what is easy to carry, and this Prolix made by Ferrum Forge is easy to carry by every means necessary. Yeah, Prolix, easy to carry. So next we have the Real Steel Luna. It's a slip joint. It is very thin. It weighs next to nothing. This thing is so light. It only has G10 4 handles, and they are not weak at all. There's no liners or anything like that. So it has a fantabulous pocket clip. It's one of my favorite pocket clips in my whole collection, actually. So yeah, I put the thumb stud on here just to make it a little easier to deploy. I love this guy. It's got a great half stop, but that's the Real Steel Luna, and it was the special edition from Knife Center. So Real Steel Luna was a great one. Here's another slip joint by Tucson. This is the TS244. This one might have the look of a more intimidating knife, but it's not. I mean, it's funny. It has the Warncliffe blade as well. I just noticed all these Warncliffes. But yeah, this is a top flipper. It has carbon fiber handles, so they're really strong. Nothing's gonna crush this little guy, man. This thing, I mean, just for its size, it can do some pretty heavy duty stuff. So I really love this knife. I'm gonna do a whole review just on this knife because I have a lot to talk about it, a lot to say about it. Okay, and the CJRB RHEA. I love this knife. It is such an easy carry, and it is so easy to deploy that blade. The blade steel is 12C 12C27N, which is one of my favorite steels because it sharpens up like a dream, and it strops. I mean, you can use this thing a lot and then just strop it. You don't even have to sharpen it until it really legitimately needs a sharpening. But this one, you can go a long time without sharpening. It's not a heavy use knife because it's an easy carry. Great pocket clip on that one too. So There's the CJRB RHEA. Now this is the PF 848 or 858. This is a very easy carry as well. It almost has the same profile as the CJRB RHEA. It's pretty similar actually. I noticed that I like a lot of knives that are very similar. So I definitely have a flavor, I'll say. Even though it's a different recipe, I'm still gonna eat it. So yes, the PF 858. That is an easy carry. Deploys nice and falls shut action. It's phenomenal, this little thing. It's great. The pocket clip is perfect. The palm swell is the only thing that makes this a little bit larger typically than I would consider an easy carry, but it definitely warrants just an easy carry because it's just a more delicate knife. This is definitely not for hard use, not at all, and I'm sure many of you know that. Okay, so there's that. Here we have Swag's design, the Kizer Swayback. This little guy is an easy carry because it's lightweight. It has micarta scales. It is a button lock, and the flipper tab doesn't get in the way a lot, but it works perfectly to deploy the blade. I love it. Another Warncliffe, who'd have guessed? But another easy carry, very lightweight. Oh, and this is a 154 cm. Great steel. This is probably my favorite steel, next to 20 CV. But yeah, so 154 cm, Kizer Swayback by Swags. Awesome design. Love it. Now this one is on the verge of being a little larger. It's the QSP Parrot. It comes on washers, and it is one of the smoothest knives I have in my collection that's only on washers. This can contend with some of the bearings that are in my collection, honestly, which is pretty bad, don't you think? But good for this knife. This little thing is, it has the most beautiful micarta you'd ever see. I mean, I love this red micarta. It's gorgeous. I love the blade shape. It's kind of a spear point or a drop point, depending on who you are. I love the satin finish. I love the how easy it is to disengage the liner. It deploys nicely every single time. You can't fail this thing. And it has a pretty decent pocket clip. It's not deep carry, but I don't care about that. It works perfectly. So the QSP Parrot. Sorry guys, I get a little parched. And this is the QSP Puffin. This is a very easy carry because it doesn't have a flipper tab, or it doesn't even have thumb studs. So if you can't finger flick, then you got to open this manually with two hands. So, but it has one of the best actions of all of my I'm gonna do a video of just really good actions, like my absolute favorite top 5. I'm gonna do that pretty soon. So this Puffin, this thing, you can beat the crap out of it for such a little knife. It definitely will take a kicking, a beating, whatever you want to call it. This thing can really take it. It's pretty good. I love it because you can just drop it in your pocket if you don't want it to be on your, if you don't want to use the pocket clip is what I mean. You can just drop it in your pocket and it doesn't take up that much room or anything. So it's an easy carry. So let's see what's next. Oh, last one, the CIVIVI XArc front flipper. Really nice, thin. It's not much larger than a pen. It may be thicker, but I think my pens are actually longer. Uh-oh. Sorry guys, my dog was freaking out. That's okay. So yeah, XArc or XArc. I never was clear on how you're supposed to say that. It's a nice little nice little knife. You can almost hide it. So great pocket clip on this guy. It's a little more than deep carry, which is funny, but it works. It definitely has that little tiny lanyard hole that I don't know what the lanyard lovers would do with that, but I suppose it's usable, right? And this pocket clip is reversible. But that's the XArc or the XArc by CIVIVI. It's a gentleman's carry, or gentle lady as it were, and it's not much larger than a pen. So if you don't have one, it's a great front flipper to get started with. And then I have an honorable mention. The Wee Banter. This, I actually can't wait to get the CIVIVI Banter that they just came out with. It's like a mini version of this, which I never thought in a million years they would come out with a mini Banter. I mean, we were all out there saying, make a bigger one. This is a perfect knife. Make a bigger one. But they were like, nope. So anyway, yeah, the Wee Banter, I love it. And I will be getting the CIVIVI Banter as well. Another perfect pocket clip. Perfectly executed in every way, shape, and form. Yeah, that's the Banter. All right, you guys, I hope you made it to the end. I will see you soon. Let me know how you feel about my my top 10 easy carries. See you soon.